In the unfathomable silence of deep space, where no planet spins and no sun shines, something moved. Not like the slow drift of lifeless debris or the graceful arc of a comet tracing its path. This was different. This was movement with intent, deliberate, measured, impossible to dismiss as random. And it wasn't picked up by a billion-dollar space observatory or a quantum AI supertelescope. No, it was detected by one of humanity's oldest and most humble messengers, Voyager 2. That aging spacecraft, launched in the 1970s, now traveling far beyond the edge of our solar system, sent back data that has shaken the scientific world to its core. Because what it captured wasn't just a fluctuation or a minor blip in the cosmic noise. It recorded something far stranger. An anomaly, a presence moving with a rhythm and precision that defies the natural order. Something out there is behaving as though it knows what it's doing. So what exactly is it? A rogue anomaly? A new form of matter unknown to physics? Or could it be something artificial, something built, something sent? What Voyager 2 has uncovered could rewrite everything we thought we understood about the universe. It all began with a whisper, not a sound, but a low-frequency pulse, faint and almost lost to the static of space. Voyager 2's plasma wave detector, an instrument considered primitive by today's standards, was the first to pick it up. At first, it seemed insignificant, but then came the irregular flickers, directional shifts, and finally a sustained, coherent pattern of movement. This wasn't turbulence. This wasn't random noise from solar winds or gravitational interference. No, this came from the void beyond the heliopause, in the uncharted expanse of interstellar space, where the environment should be flat, featureless, and utterly silent. It's like hearing a voice in the middle of a desert, a whisper where there should be nothing at all. Scientists ruled out the usual suspects: no asteroid belts, no comets, no debris clouds. And yet, the readings continued, growing stranger with every transmission. This object wasn't drifting blindly. It was moving, changing direction, adjusting its frequency as though it knew Voyager was there. The deeper the analysis went, the more unsettling it became. The signal didn't just move, it reacted. When Voyager shifted its orientation, the readings shifted too, almost like feedback. It was as if something out there realized it was being watched. And that behavior, responsive, adaptive, isn't something we associate with rocks or plasma clouds. It's something we associate with intelligence. But how could anything move like this in the dead emptiness of interstellar space? There's no solar wind to sail on, no gravity wells to slingshot around. Every propulsion system we know, chemical, nuclear, even theoretical ion drives, requires energy signatures. Yet this object was gliding, altering its path without leaving any detectable exhaust, no radiation trails, nothing to indicate thrust. And then came the strangest part, the signal patterns. They weren't chaotic. They weren't random. They came in timed bursts, separated by silence, then followed by another burst, just slightly altered, as though transmitting meaning. Cosmic Morse code, or something far stranger. Whispers spread through the scientific community. Could Voyager 2 have stumbled upon something artificial? An ancient construct drifting through the dark? Or a probe so advanced it hides in plain sight? The more the data was studied, the more it resisted natural explanations. Some suggested a plasma formation creating an electromagnetic feedback loop, mimicking awareness. But that theory stretched physics to its breaking point. Whatever this was, it didn't fit in any textbook. And that means only one thing. We're dealing with something we've never seen before. Then came the location analysis. Voyager 2 is currently traversing one of the most silent zones of known space, the local interstellar cloud, a region so empty that even a handful of atoms per cubic centimeter counts as dense. For something to move there and do so with precision implies it's generating its own energy or riding on forces we don't yet understand. And then, a chilling revelation. Its path wasn't straight, curved. It dipped, paused. Movements that looked like course corrections. That's not turbulence. That's navigation. Some researchers now believe Voyager may have crossed a trigger zone, a kind of sensor field that activated something dormant. If that's true, then Voyager didn't just observe something strange, it woke it up. And that thought has scientists both exhilarated and terrified. Patterns began to emerge in the data. Within the directional shifts and signal intervals were clusters of prime numbers 3, 5, 7, repeating like a signature. At first dismissed as noise, deeper analysis revealed harmonics consistent with structured communication, signals that echo concepts from experimental quantum transmission. Think about that. This wasn't random movement. It was coded. In physics, when order appears where chaos should reign, something intelligent is at work. And that means either something out there wants to be noticed or something is tracking us. And then came the most haunting discovery. When researchers compared Voyager's data with archived telemetry from other deep space probes, New Horizons, Pioneer 10, they saw patterns. Subtle anomalies, small glitches, unexplained drifts, all in regions not far from where Voyager is now. Incidents dismissed decades ago as radiation interference suddenly lined up with chilling clarity. Could this object, or something like it, have been following us for years, staying just out of reach until now? On the 49th day of continuous observation, the object did something no one expected. It stopped. Not slowed down, stopped. Motionless in the void, as if aware it had been discovered. And then, over 17 tense hours, it performed a sequence of micromovements. A spiral pattern, the same kind engineers use to calibrate satellites. To the untrained eye, it might seem random, but to physicists it screamed of intent, of control, of precision. And then came the pulse. A single sharp burst of low-frequency energy so precise it triggered one of Voyager's safety protocols, forcing the probe to realign its antenna. And when it did, the signal vanished. Gone. Like a voice cut off mid-sentence. Did Voyager unknowingly respond? Did we just exchange the first handshake in human history with something that isn't human? Speculation is now running wild. Some believe it's a cosmic gatekeeper, a sentry left in deep space to monitor this region of the galaxy. Not a ship, not a living being, but a machine with purpose, to watch, to record, maybe even to decide who passes through. Its behavior, its pulses, its adaptive movements, they all point to something built, something designed. Others draw comparisons to theoretical von Neumann probes, self-replicating machines that could roam the galaxy, observing civilizations as they rise. If that's true, then the implications are staggering. We are not alone. And more unsettling, we were never alone. For decades, Voyager was our ambassador, a bottle tossed into the ocean of stars, carrying a message of who we are. But what if that message was received long ago? And what if the response has finally arrived, not as a greeting but as a test? A flicker in the dark, a spiral in the void, a pulse that whispers across eternity, "We see you." This isn't just a strange anomaly buried in data logs. This is a paradigm shift, a crack in the story of humanity that can never be sealed again. For all our satellites and telescopes, for all our science and equations, we are still children stumbling in the dark. And now, something in that darkness has turned to look back at us. Voyager May 2nd have opened a door we weren't ready to walk through. The question is, what happens now? Because space just blinked, and the universe is no longer ignoring us.